Post. I'm the Plant Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 6. We'll be conducting the morning operational briefing for today, August 8th through August 9th, 0700 to 0700. If we could all please silence the cell phones, the handheld radios. If you have a conversation of importance, please take it to the back. I'd like to start today's briefing by recognizing the Riverside unit. You'll notice that Incident Management Team 6 is beginning to embed in the operation, but everything you see here and everything you hear and hold in your hands is because of the efforts of the extended attack operation in the Riverside unit, and I personally want to thank them for that. I'd like to start the briefing with reviewing the management and control objectives for the incident, and they can be found on page 2 of the IAP. The management objectives are to provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times, to minimize the loss to structures, private property, and other improvements, protect natural and heritage resources, keep costs commensurate with the values at risk, protect the green energy infrastructure, and protect the communities of Twin Pines, Poppet Flats, Silent Valley, and Cabazon. And with that, with the night situation, our night operations section chief, Tony Meacham.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, the fire started yesterday at 14:05 hours. You need to pay attention to this point. In the first hour, we estimate this fire did in excess of 3,000 acres. Fire started down here off the old Banning Idlewild Road, rapidly moved to the east with our afternoon westerly winds. Fire developed two heads. One ran the south side of the slope, and the second, more significant, second head of fire went into the community of Silent Valley, Poppet Flats, and Twin Pines. We had a significant life threat with evacuations. We've had structural damage in those communities. Currently where we are at, so I'm going to start in branch 2, coming out through Division X-Ray. We're currently pushing dozers direct coming out of X-Ray into Whiskey. We also, coming off of Highway 243, have started dozers and crews down. We're fairly close to tying this piece of line in. Moving over into branch 3, Division November. Again, we jumped off of Highway 243. We're going direct down into Twin Pines. We did have the night flying aircraft up last night. We re-put the helicopters up this morning. Fire is up on the top of Cabazon Peak. Currently working it with the rotor wing, looking at some opportunities to get up on Cabazon and go direct. Coming around into branch 4 on the east side of the fire, they're currently dragging fire along the bottom of the slope through the Smith drainage. They're dragging fire back to the west. Coming in through branch 1, we started a second firing operation at Highway 243, and we're currently dragging fire back around the Banning Idlewild Road.
So based on last night's operation, I'd like to review today's control objectives, and that is to keep the fire north of 3S309 and 4S05 and 4S19, the Poppet Flat Divide Truck Trail. Keep the fire west of Elm Road. Keep the fire south of Old Idlewild Road and Smith Creek. And keep the fire east of Highway 79. And with that, we'll give it to our incident meteorologist, Rob Balfour.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning. I'm from the San Diego office, if I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. Okay, let me just give you the weather synopsis. We have a upper trough that's been sitting off the Northern California coast, and it's going to be pretty much stationary today, and then tonight and into tomorrow morning it's going to start pushing towards the east. So what that's going to do is it's going to cause an increase in the winds during the later part of the shift. Other than that, it's going to be pretty much a groundhog day, but most of you weren't on yesterday, so let me just give you an idea what you expect. Now, in your IAP forecast, I didn't have the divisions and branch breakouts, so just bear with me. That first column there, that's going to be for the north end of the fire. So basically, divisions Bravo, Charlie, Foxtrot, all of branch 4, Golf, and Hotel. That's the column you want to be looking at right there. Now, if you are in the southern half of the fire, so basically Division Alpha and then India through X-Ray, that middle column there where it says the elevation is 3,000 to 4,500 feet. And if it starts getting up and moving up into the higher terrain here, then you want to look at that third column over on the right-hand side there. What I tried to do is give you a breakout of the temperatures you can expect and also the relative humidities you can expect. So it has been fairly dry, looking for 10 to 15% basically during the day today. We will have a little bit better humidity recovery tonight, especially on the north end of the fire down here in the flats, so that might affect the firing operation. I expect it to come up to around 45%, but only on the lower end here. The other thing is right now it's kind of calm. We do have a weak inversion. It's sitting about 3,500 feet. That's going to break around 0900. We'll have upslope winds and starting the westerly winds. But from about 1 o'clock on, most of you know this area already, but if you don't, the winds are going to start howling. Now on the west end, the east end here, my direction is correct. We've got a lot of measurements out there, 40 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour gusts coming down through Coachella Valley. It's not a problem yet, but there's a lot of wind that comes through here, so heads up on that. You'll have a safe day out there.
And now incident management team